get one in here before they're off right after training today, so they get Christmas Eve and Christmas off. So, and then we'll travel the 26th. We'll practice in the morning and then leave right after that. So,
is there any kind of Christmas dinner get together?
No, because most of the kids are going home.
Okay.
So that's the one thing. The beauty of being here, we have so many kids from Southern California that I would say 90% are taking off right after training today to be with their families, which is good. And then we got a small group that will be together with the coaches. So,
would you say you have a nice kind of advantage with this weather compared to the rest of the country?
Yeah, it's funny that you said it, because that was a conversation today. We saw it in the staff room. In the game, the Baylor Air Force game last night, that was -5. So
I looked cold just watching that game.
I think I did, and the way the game played out too. So, yeah, this is one of the beauties of being here in Southern California, as we get to enjoy this. I think it's supposed to be 78 on Christmas Day, so we're going to enjoy that, because I know the rest of the country is not handling that. I just talked to my brother and mom back in New Hampshire. They got a big storm coming through, and doesn't look good anywhere else except for California. So.
Maybe you can get them out here.
Yeah, but we're leaving, so unfortunately, we're not here very long.
So, Coach McGovern, will he coach the bowl game?
We'll see. He's been back in the office. He's feeling a lot better, but we still got another week here, so we can make that determination after we travel. He's coming with us to the bowl game, so we'll see what happens next week. But we're just happy that Billy's back in the office and up and moving around again. So.
What about Casimir Allen?
Kaz is unavailable right now, and we'll see what happens next week.
And Gary Smith.
And same thing, both those guys. So they have not practiced up until, and they will not go today. So
the guys that are in the transfer portal that are practicing, what's that kind of situation with them? Obviously, they put their name in the portal, and then did they come to you and say, "I want to keep practicing"?
Yeah, we talk to every single kid about where they are and what they're doing, and we're trying to help them. I think Chase Artopis is a great example. He committed to UT Chattanooga, wants to use his last year of eligibility to play. He's going to go down and play at the FCS level, and all the other guys, we're working with them and trying to help them get placed at if they can go find a place to play for really their last year of eligibility in most kids' situations. So, but they all want to be here and want to be part of it, and it's, it's kind of, I think, a little testament to them and their character and what type of players they are. And our job is, whether they're here for one day or they're here for 1,000 days, is to help them. And so if it's to go play your last year somewhere where you get an opportunity to get on the field and not be a scout player here, then we're all for it. So I know our coaching staff has reached out to a lot of different people, and some of those kids have visits set up for that January week, where they're going to go see if they can find a place where they can go for their last time. But it's a testament to all those guys in terms of their character and the type of kids they are, that they're here through the bowl, and they deserve it. They deserve to be part of the bowl experience, and we want them to be a part of it.
Does it kind of also reflect the image and atmosphere you want to project as a program, that they're so comfortable staying here even though they're in the transfer portal?
Yeah, I don't know if we're concerned with what we're projecting. I just think that there's a certain way to do it, and I think it's, as I said earlier, if you're here for one day or you're here for 1,000 days, then you're a Bruin, and our job is to create the environment where you have an opportunity to be successful. And if it's not here, where is it? And we're here to help. So feel great about all of those guys and what their opportunities are ahead of them. And I think some schools are going to get a really, really good football player and a really, really good person. I think that's the most important thing. So we're here to help, and we hope all of them end up landing on their feet. If they don't, that some of them may not play football after that, because all those kids, most of them are all on track to graduate. So, trying to see if they can use their last year of eligibility somewhere else with their degree from UCLA.
Would you welcome any of them back if they didn't find a place?
Yeah, I think we've talked about that. I don't know if we're trying to just find them a place, because I don't think they want to come back if they're not going to play. You know what I mean? I think they want to see if they can get on the field somewhere. So, but we haven't had any discussions about that, because they're all looking for a home. The most important thing with I think all of them is that they're getting their degree, and we want to make sure they get their degree. So Patrick Jolly was in the situation last year. Pat went through the whole thing with us, and then graduated after the winter term, and then went on to another school. So this is a pretty good degree to get, and these kids have earned it. So I think they're so close. They want to make sure they get their degree before they move on.
Are they going to be available for the whole bowl game?
Yeah, they're all here for everything. So.
You talked about that window. It's January 4th to the 8th.
Yeah.
Are you going to also try to take advantage of that?
Yeah.
Host official visits?
Yeah, we'll have official visits rolling through then.
And that's just for transfers,
That's
correct?
just for transfers. So the high school window doesn't open up till after we get back into school on the 9th. After the AFCA convention, then the high school window opens back up again. So.
Dorian was a little unsure about his own status for the bowl game.
Yeah, he's been practicing straight through, and we haven't had any discussions about that. Anybody that's practicing right now, we'll see. Obviously, we got a week, if an injury or something occurs, but we haven't had any discussions, and he's taking all the snaps. And
What about Zach Charbonnet?
same thing. He's going through practice, and everybody's been here. Everybody that's been available, with the exception of the two we just mentioned earlier, that's been available has been practicing. So.
Getting the extra practices, how have you seen it benefit some of the younger guys? Who stood out of it?
No, that's a great point. I think one of the benefits of having a bowl game is those practices. We practiced. They had the week off after the Cal game, and then we went that weekend, and then they had finals, and then we went that weekend, and then we had coaches on the road recruiting, and then we went Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we got into bowl practice on Tuesday. So we're probably going to get 14 or 15 opportunities. It's really like another spring practice, and then how we train with the reps that we get is that we've gotten a ton of reps for our guys, and until really Tuesday, we never broke apart. So it was ones versus ones, twos versus twos, threes versus threes, and everybody getting reps, and everybody really putting things on film, so when the coaches get in the meeting room, that they can sit down and visit with them and talk to them about it. Because they weren't scouted periods; it was good on good. So that's almost another whole spring practice. So when you think about if you don't get to a bowl game, you're probably behind a spring. So. Those kids will use those reps, and they'll be invaluable to them. And there'll be things our coaches can talk to them about in the off season when we're going over things and getting ready for the next spring practice. So.
Seems like there might be a lot of holes to fill in the secondary. So Kamari Ramsey, Isaiah Newcomb, how they've looked?
They've done a really good job. Kamari's played in 3 games already. We didn't play him in the Cal game because we planned on playing him in the bowl game. So we plan on playing Kamari. He's earned it. His opportunity to play, and he's doing a really, really nice job at the safety spot. So, really, and that's what you're losing. You're losing Mo and Blay, and then everybody else is, you feel pretty good about him. So, but Kamari's a kid that, continues to earn playing time. There's not anybody we're gonna force him into the Sun Bowl, but he's really earned it, and we're really excited about what he can do, and I think he's got a bright future here. So.
I think he played 3 games.
He played 3 games, so he retained his red. He'll retain his red shirt. He'll be a redshirt freshman next fall, but he'll get an opportunity to play in the Sun Bowl. So that'll be his 4th game.
Now, T.J. Harden didn't.
No, TJ did not retain his year.
He played 5, I think.
Yeah, he's played 5, and this will be 6. Braden Pagan is a kid on offense that you'll see because he can play. Jaden Marshall is another kid that's retained his eligibility, but they haven't played in the full amount. So that both those guys are in the same boat as Kamari.
Bobo kind of was raving a bit about Keegan.
Yeah, he's a good.
And it's really come on. And
he has. He's tall. He's long. He's fast. He's got great ball skills. I think he's got a really, really bright future, and he's gotten better every single day. Both him and Jaden. I think that we've got two really good young wide receivers that I think we're excited about what they're going to be like in the future, especially with Jake graduating. So.
For a game like this, how do you balance wanting to show off some of those young guys and reward them with all the practice and also just go win this game? You want to get 10 wins.
The latter. We're going to win the game. So this isn't about showing anybody off or doing anything. And anybody that plays in the game, they've earned that playing time and are going to help us to hopefully get a win. That's what it's all about. But our goal is to go win this football game. It's not about showing anybody off or giving anybody valuable reps for the future. The future is 7 days from today, and that's what our focus and concentration is on.
Opt-outs have been really rampant across the country. It seems like you guys don't have a ton. What do you think that says about the culture of this team and everyone?
I just think they love playing with each other. I think I saw Bryce Young talk about it while he's playing in the game. And I saw the tight end from Iowa talking about why he's playing in the game. So, I think that's part of what it's all about. And we've got a really tight-knit group that, they play for each other. That's the most important thing, and it's an opportunity for them to finish off what has been a really good year. But we got to finish it if we can finish it off with a win against a really good Pitt team. And I think that's the one thing our people love. Our guys love competition. You look at the tape, Pitt's good. They're a really, really good football team. So our guys are excited about the opportunity and the challenge about going to play them.
Good deal.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Happy holidays.